doubt that your mouth is even connected to your tiny, shriveled, boy-obsessed brain.
I'm the dumb one. Who still hasn't figured out not to chase older guys? Guys so out of her league, it's not funny.
It's big words for a girl who picks up my leftovers.
Could you be more self-obsessed? All you think about is your own butt, which probably does require a lot of thought, given that it's huge.
Manny, calm down.
Hey, Mr. Pedophile. I mean, Oleander, don't make your girlfriend Paige even more jealous of me.
Manny, my office Monday. Paige, Mr. Oleander, now. All right, everyone, school's out, go home. Show's over. Now.
Aside from being the longest-running Canadian series of all time, the addictively iconic teen drama Degrassi introduced us to some of the most iconic moments in pop culture history, including the epic Paige Michalchuk versus Manny Santos feud, two dynamic characters who were both popular figures in their own right. Manny was the bubbly and outgoing fun girl who liked to live in the moment. She prioritized being hot, which made her very popular with the boys in school, but her escapades with other people's boyfriends soon got her a promiscuous reputation. Paige was portrayed as the original Queen B of Degrassi. She was the typical mean girl who was arrogant, mean, and manipulative to other characters, but her character later developed into someone with sharp wit, intelligence, and ambition. Paige and Manny both had major popularity, which caused them to have a power struggle with each other, but the question always lingered in the Degrassi halls. Who was the real Queen Bee? Since there can only be one teen queen supreme, I need to break down the Paige versus Manny feud to see who should take the crown.
Manny, what is your damage?
You, Paige.
You better watch your mouth.
Or what? You gonna spread lies about me? Deface my locker? Just try it.
Good luck taking the squad.
The feud between Manny and Paige starts in season 1 when Paige starts a cheerleading team. Manny is super talented at gymnastics, which initially makes Paige want to invite her to join the team. But the girls argue when Manny stands up to Paige about her backstabbing ways, much to Paige's dismay, and Paige tells Manny good luck making the squad, insinuating that she's no longer going to put her in the team. In season 2, after Paige is assaulted at a party by an older boy named Dean, she notices Dean hitting on Manny weeks later at their school. Paige knows that she needs to warn Manny about Dean, and so she goes up to her to tell her not to ever be alone with Dean. Manny defensively tells Paige that Dean is nice. This frustrates Paige, and she tells Manny that she does not know Dean at all. Manny tells Paige that she is just jealous because at this point, everyone thinks that Dean and Paige went out briefly, but that he never called her back, and Paige is therefore bitter about him ghosting her. In season 3, Manny grows tired of being ignored by the boys in school, and she's tired of being seen as cute. She wants to be hot. Paige gives her some simple but life-changing advice and tells Manny that she should change her look. This advice will come back to haunt Paige when Manny starts messing around with Paige's boyfriend, Spinner. This leads into the Spinner, Manny, and Paige love triangle. A bikini-clad Manny and Spinner shamelessly flirt with each other during a school car wash. And Paige, of course, finds out about this, and rumors begin to swirl about Manny and Spinner. Paige initially shrugs off the rumors that Spinner is into Manny. However, when Paige is working at her movie theater job one day, she is shocked when Spinner gets into a physical altercation with Craig Manning, aka Manny's ex-boyfriend, whom she was also in a love triangle with at one point with a girl named Ashley. Anyways, so Paige is stunned to learn that Spinner and Craig are fighting over Manny, and Paige breaks up with Spinner. In Degrassi's 4th season, Paige starts dating her teacher, Mr. Oleander, which was so inappropriate and unnecessary, and I wish that Degrassi didn't do that. But anyways, the student-teacher relationship leads to more drama between Paige and Manny. Paige and Manny end up getting into a physical altercation at school, and Mr. Oleander has the audacity to try to break it up, grabbing and putting his hands on Manny. Manny shouts to the entire student body, quote, "Hey, Mr. Pedophile, I mean Oleander. Don't make your girlfriend Paige even more jealous of me," end quote. I felt like Manny yelling this was actually so necessary because Mr. Oleander was definitely a pervert who was abusing his position of power by dating one of his high school students. Anyways, this gets Mr. Oleander fired, and he has the audacity to continue dating Paige, but eventually they break up. As for Manny calling out Paige and Mr. Oleander's relationship, it's interesting because in later seasons, Manny actually ends up dating one of her professors, but hey, at least she was in college when that happened. Then in season 4, Manny, Darcy, and Shantae devise a plan to get revenge on Paige for humiliating Manny. They intentionally drop Paige during a pep rally, causing her to break her leg. Paige retaliates by ripping off Manny's prom dress, the same dress that Paige is wearing, by the way, when Manny becomes prom queen.
Oh.
Most girls don't whip their boobs out to guys they known for 5 minutes. So glad my dad got me this model. Such a generous guy. Can you believe I can email it right from here?
Peter! Peter, that wasn't... You did it! Peter!
You're gonna be a big star, Manny. I get to say I knew you when.
In season 5, Peter takes a video of a drunk Manny taking her top off and distributes it to the entire school, which in today's world would be a crime, but at the time that this episode was made, everyone just ends up slut-shaming Manny, and Paige kicks her off the cheerleading squad because of it. In Degrassi Goes Hollywood, Manny is upset that Paige got the part of Trixie in a new movie, but Paige is a huge diva on set and eventually gets fired from her role as Trixie, and Manny ends up landing the role after all. Some things that Manny and Paige have in common is that JT had a crush on both of them at different points in the series. They both dated teachers, they were both cheerleaders, they were both dubbed the hottest girls at Degrassi at one point. They both had a rivalry with Ellie, Paige not liking Ellie initially because she was an outsider, and later Manny not liking Ellie because, once again, Manny was in a love triangle with Ellie and Craig. Manny's previous love triangle was Ashley and Craig, and later Spinner and Paige. Anyways, I think that Manny and Paige are more alike than they are different, and this is where the power struggle comes from. Manny did things that were wrong, like going after other people's boyfriends, and Paige did things that were wrong, like slut-shaming Manny for that topless video that she never consented to. But at the end of the day, I'm crowning Paige Michalchuk as the Queen of Degrassi. I loved Manny's character, but she struggles with trying to define who she is throughout the series, and she seems stuck in the role of just being the fun, hot girl who finds herself in love triangles. And she's also stuck in the role of being reduced to Emma's best friend. Meanwhile, Paige Michalchuk was popular from the very first episode, even if she had some horrible behavior in that first season. But as the seasons go on, Paige really becomes her own character, never defined by a romantic relationship or even by who her friends in the show are. For these reasons, I am crowning Paige the Teen Queen Degrassi Queen Bee Supreme. Who do you think was the Queen Bee of Degrassi? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.